If I ran 1 mile on day 1, how many days could I double my mileage in a row? Well, by the end, I'm gonna wish I never even tried. I'm so brutally exhausted right now. Let's get it started with day 1 in 1 mile. So it's day 1, and it's gonna be the easiest day. It's only 1 mile. It's actually quite basic. Easy start, but it literally only gets harder from here. Let's hit it. So obviously day 1 is pretty easy, but the days are very, very quickly going to get impossibly hard. Light work for day 1. Day 1, done. Pretty easy. But this challenge gets absolutely brutal very, very fast. I'm not really sure how many days I'm gonna make it, but what I do know is that I'm running 2 miles tomorrow for day 2. First day completed, so now we'll double 1 for 2 miles on day 2. So it's day number 2, and today we only have 2 miles. Still super basic, super easy. All right, let's hit it. So just like for day 1, day 2 is gonna be extremely easy. 2 miles is pretty easy to hit, and I'm actually running less than I normally would. Feeling fresh and relaxed as we check off day 2. 2 miles, done. Super easy. I know it's gonna pick up quite a bit very, very soon, but so far, as expected, I'm feeling fine. In fact, it's easier than my usual mileage, so coming back tomorrow for day 3. Day 3 time. Still only 4 miles to run. All right, it's day number 3. Yet again, we have very easy mileage to hit. I'm only running 4 miles today, double 2 from yesterday. This will probably be the last easy run of the challenge. It really starts ramping up after today. It's gonna get hard. It's gonna get really hard. All right, let's get it, 4 miles. All right, so this is basically the end of the super short run. So I'm making sure to take it as easy as possible, just because I know what lies ahead. I gotta make sure I take these miles slow to make sure the body's good for these future days. Ultimately, I'm able to cruise 4 miles with ease. And with that, day 3 is checked off as complete. 4 miles done in the books. Day 3 complete. Everything I do from now on is probably more than my average daily mileage, and it's gonna compound fast. I'll be back tomorrow for day 4, and hopefully we can finish day 4. So I stretched, rolled, drank a bunch of water, took my Viva Naturals, and rested as best as I could. Because day 4 and its 8 miles are here. Day 4, 8 miles. Obviously, I still feel great. I've ran 7 miles in the last 2 days, and today, I'm doing more than the last 2 days combined, and then it just gets more and more as we go on and on. All right, easy 8, let's get it. So day 4 was the first time the mileage was really building, and the first time I'd have to put in a decent effort. Just hit mile 1. Kind of crazy to think that 3 days ago, that was just my full mileage. You guys can easily see how quickly this challenge compounds as we go from running 1 mile 3 days ago to now 8 miles. And I would still consider this to be the earlier part of this entire brutal challenge. Just gonna finish out the last little bit on the track, a few laps. We're almost there, almost done with day 4. My legs were starting to hurt a little bit at the end, but we're still gonna succeed on beating day 4. Day 4, done. 8 miles in the bag. This is probably the first time I felt slightly fatigued after the run, and that's what makes me just a little bit nervous. I'm gonna rest up, stretch, do everything, get a good night's rest in order to hit the 16, and then hopefully even days beyond that. Okay, so I'm trying to stretch out here so I'm ready for day 5. And while I'm stretching, I also need to take my omega-3 fish oil supplements from Viva Naturals, who I'm partnering with on this video. For running, it's super important to get every vitamin you need, and Viva Naturals helps you get there with their fish oil supplements with omega-3. If you don't know what the benefits of fish oil are, it helps with brain, heart, and joint health, all critical parts of helping me conquer this challenge. And I really need it for my joints right now. I've been running for a long time now, and it's so critical to stay healthy, which Viva Naturals helps me do by taking it every day. And there's no fishy burp like there are with other fish oils on the market. For a challenge like this, I'm actually so happy to have been taking Viva Naturals before and during this. I feel like the supplements have really helped my body stay healthy, which is critical when hitting such heavy mileage. If you're a runner and planning on hitting some mileage, definitely consider adding these to your routine. I've added them to mine and I haven't looked back since. I've linked Viva Naturals on Amazon in the description below. So thank you so much to Viva Naturals for partnering with me on this video. And now we need to get ready to run 16 miles for day number 5. Day 5. And this is when this video is gonna get hard. Today, We are doubling 8 miles and going to 16 miles. I feel very confident about being able to do it today. I just need to take it slow. Hopefully this is not the last day and hopefully I can keep going, but it's gonna be a hard 16. Like, it's 16 miles, it's no joke. So I went ahead and started my run, keeping in mind I needed to run slow. I said mile 1, it's just a little under 9 flat pace, which I'm pretty happy with. I think we just hold that. Make sure the body just feels good running slow. So I slowly started crossing off some of these miles, making sure to stop to stay hydrated. First water stop, I'm about 2.5 miles in. I'm gonna be really active about stopping for water. I wanna make sure I'm fueled well. So I got back out there, hitting more and more miles. And honestly, I could barely even feel yesterday's 8 miles at all. I was feeling great. All right, another water stop in the books. I'm like 5.5 in right now. I feel relatively good. I feel pretty good altogether. But I do have one massive problem, and that's just that I'm running too fast. My 5th mile split was 8:01. Normally it's super chill, like 8:01's chill. But when I had to run 16 and then I have to run even more coming up, it's just not smart to be running 8. So I really want to make sure to like tone it down, run just a little bit slower. The problem is that once I start running at pace, it gets really hard to slow down from there. And before I knew it, I was already halfway through the run. 8 miles. That's yesterday's mark. And that's the hardest part of the challenge. The day before is only half of today's mileage. Okay, so I just hit mile 10. I stopped by my car just to refuel a little bit, get some food, because I'm starting to get into like really long distance. The worst thing is that mile 10 crossed the dreaded barrier, the sub 8 barrier, which I did not want to hit, and I knew I didn't want to hit it, and I still hit it. That being said, I have 6 miles left, which I feel pretty good about. Like 6 should be chill. I'm gonna really try to take it slow because I know what faces me tomorrow. So despite trying to run slow, I was still hitting sub 8-minute miles. And this is a huge problem because I'm supposed to be hitting unthinkably long mileage coming up, and any fast mile now is gonna make it hard later on. All right, so I'm a bit over 14 right now, and I'm just gonna finish this out on the track. Just a couple miles more, and this will be the longest I've ran in a year. I'm gonna suffer through the final miles and complete day 5. I'm feeling a little bit cooked after that. I honestly felt really good through probably like 14. My shoulders are sore, my legs are sore. This is low-key kind of brutal. But day 5 is now complete, 16 in the bag. We're gonna go ahead and go on to day 6. I'm gonna rest up like crazy, stretch, get food, get water, be fueled up, and hopefully make it through tomorrow. Oh boy, day 6, 32 miles. All right, here we are, day 6. Now this will be the furthest I've ever ran in my life, and this is coming off of doing 16 miles yesterday. 32 miles is absolutely no joke. I'm hoping to God I can finish this. The big one coming right now. And so I began the 32 bomb. I hit mile 1 in an extremely slow 9:25. Honestly, a mile in though, my legs don't feel awful. I can definitely tell I ran like a hard effort yesterday. But yeah, 31 to go. And I was crushing the earlier day's mileage. Mile 2 just conquered. That's what I did on day 2. And it is literally just a fraction what I have to do today. And then I was already at day 3's mileage. Just in mile 4, that's day 3's mileage done. Without even really making a dent in today's. Okay, I finished the first loop back in my car. Time to fuel. Fueling was gonna be essential for 32 miles, so I hydrated and then immediately got running again, clicking off the miles like nothing. And before I knew it, I was already past day 4's mileage. Mile 8 done, matching the day 4 total now. Pit stop number 2. I'm like a 8.5 in or so, and I just feel sore. 16 yesterday is no joke, 8 the day before. I'm not even close to done yet. So once again, I hydrated and ate a bit, but I was starting to feel truly dead for the first time in this challenge. As I clicked off miles 10 and 11, I could feel my body begin to protest and stop for another fueling stop. Oh gosh. Fuel stop number 3. This is probably the first time doubts are starting to creep in. I knew I could do 8, I knew I could do 16, but now I'm really starting to wonder, can I do 32? A lot of you guys might be like, why do you even do these challenges? You're just gonna get hurt. There's no point. But the point is just to challenge yourself and to see what your mind and your body can accomplish. And that's really what I'm trying to hold here for these next 20 miles. Just like, how far can I go? Not gonna lie, it's gonna be hard here. But this is the point where we just push it and just challenge yourself. I wanted to see how far I could go. So despite my body really starting to give out, I pushed on and on, adding more and more miles. The exhaustion really started to set in. At this point, I've ran over 30 miles in the last 2 days, which is just a lot. My body's feeling it. I'm trying to just take it a mile at a time. I mean, we're almost halfway, which is like a huge mental thing. I'm really starting to feel just fatigued. Then I hit the halfway point, aka day 5's mileage. Ooh, that's mile 16. Well, halfway. 32 miles in 2 days was a lot, but I was pushing with everything I had. Oh my God. I'm so brutally exhausted right now. Oh, this is a sufferfest. I feel awful. I feel like I could sleep for 12 hours right now. Last 2 days catching up to me. This is tough. This is really tough. I really think I'd be feeling like okay right now if I hadn't run 16 yesterday. I'm actually super glad I've been taking Viva Naturals to just like to help the body get a little stronger. Honestly, I'm not even on the struggle bus. I'm driving it. 15 more. I'm gonna get back out there and just go mile by mile. Guys, I'm gonna be honest. This is when my body just started to collapse. It became difficult to even run 10-minute miles, and I cannot explain to you how deep the fatigue went into my body. Felt like I was sinking into the ground, but we just kept pushing. Mile 18 down. At this point, every mile is a win. I wasn't even thinking about 32 anymore. I was just thinking 1 mile at a time. I knew this challenge would be brutal, but this is another level. In the last 5 years, the only times I've ran over 16 miles is for a marathon or a video. And now I've done it 2 days in a row. As I hit 20 miles, I was hurting. Just hit 20. Oh man. On to 21. I was taking breaks too, and it just wasn't helping. I am so cooked. This is unbelievable. I have like less than nothing left. With my body in utter disarray, I continue pushing on. My bones, my muscles, every part of me was in pain, and I quite literally just had nothing left inside of me. Oh my God. We're at 21.17. Oh my God. Guys, I think unfortunately I'm gonna have to call it here. I'm gonna end up in the hospital if I run another almost 11 miles. So how many days in a row can I double my mileage? 5.5. Don't try this challenge at home.